On today's episode, we're making a tree farm for all types of wood. We also try and learn to play with train signals. And fail miserably as our trains keep crashing. Welcome back guys. How you guys doing? Well, if you saw my community posts, you know that I had a little bit of a issue with my computer, which meant that I could have possibly lost this world. But as you guys can see, everything is fine. So let's continue. And yes, off camera, I did the two buildings, or I kind of finished up the outside. This one will probably get some more work as more machines get built into it. This one just needs like detailings all around the outside, plus the entrance, but that one also needs an entrance. And I also just flatten these two areas out, that one and that one, for today's video. Now for today, I want to finish up some things. Now for example, we are already farming bricks and we're farming andesite, but we are no longer farming wood. Like I'm no longer farming any type of wood because I just took down the two tree farms that I had. And I also need to find a way of farming deep slate. The only problem is that deep slate doesn't like naturally generate anywhere. It does naturally generate, but it's not naturally generated with like lava, water, like cobblestone and all those things. So unfortunately, I do need to actually mine for it. Now I could of course go mining with, well, Silk Touch and mine a bunch of ores, and then I'll get a small chance of getting some deep slate. But that's not the best idea. The best idea for that is having ore drills back up. But let's start with spruce. And by spruce, I mean literally oh my god, what's that guy doing over here, man? We're gonna get run over by a train eventually. I want to try and capture that. But yeah, I want to farm all the tree saplings, you know, so I'll have to go adventure out into the world and get oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, darkwood, and cherry. I don't believe there's any other saplings now that I'm thinking about it, or they might be. No, there's only these ones, so I need all these 7 trees. So this will be the design for our tree farm. I went ahead and gathered all the saplings, and we do have 2 places for dark oak, 2 places for spruce, and 2 places for jungle. And then I'm gonna have 3 for oak, 3 for birch, 3 for acacia, and 3 for cherry wood. I do need more saplings of some of those, so I do have a couple extra ones, but I need more, so I can just go ahead and start placing them when I have them. And then basically I'm gonna make a contraption that will go around in these rails all around. It would have saws in like all sides basically, and it would be just cutting down all of these threes, fours, fives, but I don't know. Yes, and then would be unloading the items here, like somewhere over here, and then I'll take the items underneath, because I will have an area underneath here to manage stuff, and it will be loading a train here, and the train will come over from that side. We'll do the loop around, we'll load here, and then we'll go back this way, and we'll go over on that way where we'll possibly making our train station. But I do believe that thing is not big enough, and though as you guys can see, I made it quite big, but it doesn't seem to be quite big enough for what I need. And to help me with some of this process, I even made a drill, a very loud drill that is gonna dig this underneath area for me. I really just want to know what will happen when it turns. I believe it will still like make an area there, even though that's kind of not needed. No, I would say that that's not really needed at this point. And then all I gotta do is just pick it up after it's done with one side, and then I'll just replace it or place it down here, so it would just remove the area underneath here. Gotta wait a little bit, and then we can continue with the tree farm. Would you look at that? I made a mini lawnmower. Just mowing my trees down. Well, I still need to make it unload, which is why I have that bad boy over there. And then I need to replant the saplings. Now, in order to replant the saplings, I'm gonna do a cool trick. You see, what I'm hoping is that this little mechanic does actually allow me to place the saplings through this block of dirt. So for example, I gave all of these guys some dark oak saplings, and hopefully if I do some, well, it's not good enough. Well, I guess I could move that from there, and then if we rotate this, you heard it plant, which means if you do this, you also heard it plant, and then, dun, da, 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 ow. Why would you do that, man? I'm your owner. But yeah, as you saw, it just placed these through the ground, which is amazing, and I made a waypoint. Ow. Oh yeah, to place these, you just shift place these guys. Like, it couldn't be more easy. And of course, a cool tip is that the shaft will always be turned to you. So for example, since these are only 2 wide, I want to link them together, so I only have to power them from one side, which is pretty cool. And all the way up to here, and whenever they're 4, I could try and do something else, but I guess I'm just gonna go the easy route, which is doing it like that, which for me it will be something like this, which meant I can just link them all together pretty easily. And to power all those basically deployers, I'm gonna use this guy, because this guy is not really doing much with this power. Like, he's producing 147,000, and he's not really using it like anywhere. I do have the power going a little bit down to power this pipe that's also sending the lava into that other boiler and other machinery. But this guy has a lot of stress units that I can still use, and I'm gonna use to power the tree farm. Wow, you guys, take a look at this mess. But it is functional. It's just hard to get around in here because it's a little bit cramped, but it is working. And let me try and see if I can tell you guys how this works. So let's start from actually out here. So basically that guy will connect there, and as soon as I give it a brass funnel there, it should just start pumping in items into that belt, which then will take the items underground. And then on the underground portion, we have, well, a very, very, very deep amount of belts and things and all those things. Basically, all the items will come through this main belt. I even probably should like put a cover on it so I know exactly which belt I'm messing with. Basically, this will be going around with all the items. Then I do need to connect that there. Is that not connected there? Oh my god, there isn't. See, this is why you test things. Okay, there we go. And basically all the items come from here, they loop around, and if it is a jungle sapling, it goes into this drawer. And then from this drawer, which I realized that I still need more funnels there, funny enough, it will come out and go into that brass tunnel. That brass tunnel is using round robin, and then with the round robin, and I still need, oh my god, there's so much things to do. Yeah, but basically the round robin will make it so it will go into these funnels, and then it will go in. Now, it goes all the way up to here, and I need to go on the other side and put these funnels. I do have like a bunch of funnels that I made because I knew I was gonna need a bunch of them, so I just gotta start placing them. And basically from that on, just do that thing. The items come from here. If it is of course a jungle sapling, it will be split round robin through that belt and this belt, and we'll be putting into the deployers. The deployers then do their own thing, which is basically what it is doing on this side for jungle, spruce, and dark oak. Then the items actually come all the way around up to this belt. And then if it is, well, cherry blossom, it will go into these deployers right here, and then they have a void drawer at the end. And that basically happens for all the items. So we have cherry that will go in here. Then we have acacia, then we have birch, then we have oak. And it does all of this, sorting in all the saplings. So the saplings will always be, well, kind of voided if they reach a maximum. And only the wood will reach this end. This is a temporary thing because I do need to set up the train that will take the items, well, back to where they need to be. But I believe we got 7 types of trees, plus apples and sticks. So it's basically this. And I could even just void draw these, just so that if I'm testing and it reaches the limit, I don't really need to worry about it. Now I just need to finish up the funnels because apparently I didn't finish them up. Well, this is now going to be the moment of truth where we find out, well, is this actually doing what it is intended to be doing? Well, for starters, it didn't even take the items out. Like, are you not meant to be linked? Do you need to be glued together? We're having issues now for some reason. Ah, there we go. That seems to be working now. So it should literally unload all the items it has. And there you go. As you can see, we have a lot of logs going out. I did remove most of the saplings, by the way. But yes, you saw the spruce. The spruce went into the proper spot. We should have some other saplings coming in. Those are dark oak, which is the last one. And they went in perfectly. And I forgot to put them to come out. Oh, wait. Well, I derped there. So I do need to put you there. So you actually round robin and start placing them. Oh yeah, this guy is full. This guy is full. The tree is actually there. That's why we didn't hear the sound. Okay, I got scared now. So hopefully I do have a lot of saplings with me, and if I just start tossing these ones into this, they will do their thing, and we should start seeing them pop up in the respective place. There you go. Jungle, spruce. Then the other ones will continue all the way to there. Sherry, acacia. Yep. They did their thing, but I did have more than one. Oh, that's right, because the deployers do have a buffer of 64. So unless you actually send 64 items to fill them all up, they'll only be placing on the first one. Which is alright, because it's, as you can see, we have one tree of each, and they will just start cycling themselves. So they will eventually have, well, a whole lot more. And since we have void drawers to prevent overflows from saplings, we're pretty much done. Now we just need to decorate and probably do a loading area there to put the logs going somewhere, because right now I don't like where they are. Yep, it all made it safely down here, except for the fact that I forgot to put a random item here. So all of the items that would come there, not like that funnel, would just go into the proper area. Well, and as you can see, things are starting to get a little bit better. We're starting to get more saplings placed. I did have to bump up the dark oak, so because there's no dark oak tree that can grow without having at least 4 saplings placed. So I had to bump those numbers up with some bone meal, and now we have it. The cherry wood is going pretty well, like pretty well. The other ones should be quite close as well. And I also took the time to make myself a train. Yes, this train will be the one that will be carrying out the wood back over to our main factory, but I do not yet have any station there. I have nowhere to send the train, even though I have him here already, and we can take him with us. I put on a little bit of a whistle, which doesn't do anything because I think it would get annoying because I'll have a lot of trains going in and out. But yeah, we do have a train. We do have that little boy going ham, like cutting trees. So now we gotta move all of these wood over to that side. Well, I made the train actually work, and I added a couple of extra things, as you guys can see. Yes, basically, oh, there we go. See? Perfect timing. This is basically our way of having multiple trains going around and, well, them not hitting each other. Like you just saw, that guy stopped, that guy slowed down as well, so he could just make the turn quite perfectly. And this is made using train signals. Now you can see trains coming past, and some lights are turning on red, which basically means that, well, that area is blocked and cannot be accessed. Which means, for example, now that the train just went off on this direction and I have a neck for some reason, this track is now locked, which means no train can go this way. I made it so because, well, there's literally no stops in between this and our mob farm, so there's not even a thing on the mob farm for the train to wait here at the moment. So this whole line is currently locked because the train is going right there. But this guy can still do his thing, as you guys can see. And whenever he comes, he locks all of these bad boys. Basically what you do, you get yourself some train signals, and you gotta have in mind two things. You need to put always something when you want, or a train signal when you want to separate, basically. So if you want to take a turn or an intersection, you want to tell him, well, stop here. Which is basically the stop sign if that lane is occupied. And then you need another signal. I guess it's better to show it here. You need another signal on the exit, so the train knows, well, you can go either of both ways. So let's show this. We have this arrow telling you can go forward here, and then on this path it can go forward, and on this path it can also go forward. The way it does this is now, for example, whenever that train comes back, he's gonna wait right there. As you guys can see, it's coming in. It's gonna wait right there. And since it is on that yellow line, this line is locked. So we can see it is red because that guy is on that station. And this will turn yellow, or I should say white again, when he crosses that one over there. So let's go ahead and see. And he goes away, and boom, this guy turns white, which means any train that might be waiting here is free to move forward. And that is what we have to do. Now, this may be a little bit too small, I don't know, because of the size. It means the train will wait there. If the train is too big, that other one might crash into it when it comes here. So we'll have to pay attention to what kind of train comes inside of this station. Here it's a little bit more of a leeway. Train can literally stay here because that other guy would have to go all the way around and go back out there. And then you have this intersection, for example, where a train can come in from both directions. So you need two train signals. And yes, you can stack them on top of each other. You can put one pointing forward and the other one pointing the other way. And then the same thing applies. If you want a train to come forward, you put another train signal here telling that it can go forward here. And this one is actually on the opposite direction. So you can see that if a train wants to go into that station, it can only come forward. It cannot like go around here and just do that turn over there. So we must always go that way, because this way is only for trains coming out of here. So these signals are also pretty good on controlling the direction that you want your trains to go. So for example, if I wanted to just have like two sets of train tracks and then I wanted to split them, I can make one that would only be facing like this way, and then the other one would only be facing this way. And then you can make like two roads, for example, like a normal road, I guess. And you have trains coming in or flowing into the right side always and stuff like that, like a normal road basically. And yes, you can see I had to expand this area by a lot. That took a lot of dirt, and there's still like some gaps. I used the wand basically, because without this I would take ages. Still took quite a while to get a lot of dirt, but oh, are they gonna crash? They are not. You can see that one took priority because he was further in. And then this guy will go right ahead because the track was clear, so we can move forward. And that is exactly what we want. Oh no! It actually happened! Why? They collided. Oh no. Right about now where I was getting ready to do more things. Oh no. Emergency! Emergency! Well, problem solved, but it really bothers me that they bump into each other. Means this area is gonna get very, very messy real quick. So I may need to come up with a solution for it, which I have no idea what is gonna be, like no idea. Well, I do think I have a solution for it, but that requires adding another line of track. and removing as many two-way tracks as possible. So that's gonna be something fun, I guess. Well, they did bump into each other here. Now, my solution for it would be to add a second line that would come like closer to here, and it would only like cross from here to there, and that line will never go here. It will always go forward. I'm gonna have to test this, but I think I'm gonna test this after I end the video, because right now I'm just gonna let them do their own thing, because I got other things that I want to do first. Well, I'll definitely have to sort the trains out, because they keep crashing into each other. So yeah, we'll have to sort them out. So that will be probably on next episode though. But to continue this one, I'm starting to make this. This will be a crane that will be feeding in items directly into our base, as you can see. And I'm using very cool item elevator made by me, I guess, which is basically just using the brass funnels to toss the items really quickly all the way up there. For example, if we toss this, you can't even see it. It's already up here. It's pretty much instant, which is a pretty cool way of doing this. And you can see it looks also pretty cool. I still need to design this and probably make a better support here. And now we have those items flowing into here, where we'll then be doing stuff with them, where we should actually be distributing them out, because there will be a storage house here where I will be having my main resources coming in, and some of those will be the wood, for example, from that little guy on the tree farm. So that little tree farm will be feeding items into here. That will be a train that will go into the mob farm, and it will bring the drops here. That will also be dropping the items here. Plus, I do need to bear in mind that some of these resources do need to be repurposed somewhere else. For example, I'm farming the 7 types of wood, so whenever I want to decorate, well, cool. I have wood, but the problem is I do still need wood for a bunch of other automations, like, for example, andesite stuff. All the andesite, like brass, not the brass, andesite casings, that's the thing. The casings, they need wood. The cogs, they need wood. Like sticks, well, the farm gives me sticks, so I guess sticks is covered though. But you see where I'm going in this. There's a bunch of items that could possibly be repurposed on other things. For example, bone meal can also be used for other things, but I do want to keep my bones. So I do need to come up with a way that I can split some items into a factory, into doing another thing, and some items, well, to just be sorted. So we'll probably have like a big wall of chests or drawers here. And I want to put it here, so I do have some space back here to fiddle around with some items and maybe toss them back down into the lower floor, because this is the 3rd floor. There's still a floor underneath here, so there's a lot of possibilities. And so guys, it's with all the issues that I have to fix and all the issues that are already fixed on my computer, then I've ran out of time. Yes, which means this will be the end of today's video, but fear not, more and more to come. And hopefully, and as always, you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, and see ya in the next one. Bye!